What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode on Unscripted. I'm your host, Josh Mansour, and joining me on the show today is one of the brightest young halves currently in the NRL. A magician with the ball, electric speed, sharp footwork, and has started earning the respect from fans and peers. Luke Metcalf, welcome to the show, brother.
Thanks for having me on, brother. Thank you.
That was a good dap right there.
That was good, yeah.
This is going to be a good show. I can feel it already. How's things, brother?
Yeah, good. Over here, about 5 weeks into my off season now. So I got to Sydney about a couple of weeks ago, and here with my partner and my little baby. So we're loving being in the Aussie sun and going to the beach this weekend. So yeah, I'm loving it. That. Yeah. Oh, it's I love New Zealand. I love New Zealand, but this one thing I'll say is that the Sydney beaches, nothing beats it.
I can imagine, mate. Talk about the year you've had. You've ticked off life's biggest moments. You've got married. You know, you had a killer season. You had a baby. And unfortunately, you also had a big injury to your knee. What's the year been like for you? How do you sum it up in a couple of words?
Yeah. Oh, it's hard to sort of do it in a couple of words. It's like you go from having the start of the season. Obviously, had my baby. Then obviously we're playing some good footy at the Warriors. And I tear my ACL. Then all of a sudden, a few weeks later, I'm getting married. Like, it's just been such a roller coaster whirlwind. But it's wouldn't change it. It's obviously that's what life is. You know, you have your ups and you have your downs, but. It's crazy. We were talking before, even just the fact of me saying my wife when I'm talking about my partner is still foreign. So I even keep forgetting to put my ring on. Haven't got a ring on at the moment, so that I was sure I'll get used to all that.
I'm the same as you. I forgot my ring. I actually got a funny story with that. So I went to the Goldie for the supercars, the V8s, on the weekend. Anyway, so I'm checking out, and the last thing I did, obviously, wash up, brush my teeth. But I go, my legs were a bit dry from the aircon. So I'm like, I'll just use a bit of moisturizer. So I had to take off my ring, moisturize my legs, and I put it back on the basin. And I was like, I just checked out whatever left on the way to the airport, because the airport's like 40 minutes from like Surfers, right?
Yeah. It's down like Coolangatta or something.
Yeah. Anyway, I kind of normally play with my ring just as a habit. And I went to do that. And I realized, and I was freaking out. Left it at the hotel. Called the hotel, please, 1, 2, and 3. Like, I left my wedding ring in the room. Can you find it for me? Luckily, I found it.
Yeah.
And they're going to ship it back. So,
perfect.
Promises. I told my missus, I promise a true story. She probably doesn't believe me. But
took it off going to the ship club.
No, not a chance. Those days are done for me. How's your knee going, brother? That's the $1 million question. How's everything going?
Yeah, it's going really good. So I got surgery about 15 weeks ago. And
15 already.
Yeah. So it's going really good. I have no complaints. Couldn't want it to really go any better than what it's going now. It's obviously it's a slow process, and you sort of feel like you want to get going pretty early. But I'm running now. I'm doing a little bit of agility sort of stuff now, and me and Mitch Barnett kept training sort of about a week after the grand final. We kept training in the facility, so we sort of. Got us to a point where we can sort of go off on our own now for the next sort of 4 or 5 weeks and tick some boxes. And then when we come back in November, about November 20th, we'll be all systems go.
How good.
Yeah.
Is there a game you kind of penciled in to make your return?
They usually say about 9 months. And 9 months, I sort of looked at the schedule we had this year. It would be about round 6, I think. That would be 9 months. About, round 6, I'd say. So that's what, in my mind, that's what I'm aiming for, yeah.
So you aim for 9 months and then kind of gauge how you're feeling physically, and then all steams ahead, right?
Yeah, exactly. So right now, I couldn't ask it to go any better. So hopefully I'm on that timeline. And as long as I'm right for the back end of the season, that's what I care most about, especially after missing it this year. I was a bit jealous watching those boys run around in the finals.
It's not easy, man, watching from the sidelines, man. The WA supporters were screaming for you, man. Like, they really wanted you at the back end of the season, but unfortunately that happened. How did you deal with the process when you got injured? Obviously, it's a big injury, and you're in the early stages of your career. How did you deal with it mentally? Yeah,
I was sort of... the moments after in the sheds was pretty tough. Like, it was... I feel like I knew I'd done it, but in my mind, I sort of tried to just push that down, saying, no, you haven't done it. And then obviously got into the sheds and let all my emotions out. I reckon I just laid there on the bed crying for a bit, and Webby came in, and our CEO, Cam George, and they just sat down and hugged me for like 15 minutes, just didn't even say anything. We were just sitting there, and it was just sort of all those emotions of like thinking what I'm going to miss, and that sort of was the initial part. But I feel like I gave myself probably 2 days to sort of be real down in the dumps and real negative, and wasn't probably until I saw because my partner was in Sydney at the time, and wasn't until they came back to Auckland the next day and I saw them that sort of made me feel a little bit better. But I feel like I try and get over things real quick. I'm not that sort of person to sort of sit there and go, oh, why me? Why did this happen again? I I have a lot that I want to do in the game, and that's what keeps me motivated, and that's what keeps me going. So that it's easy for me to sort of flick that switch and go, all right, you've got so much more to do. It's time to get on it.
And when I look at the Warriors, I just feel like the level of buy-in, the way you guys are so connected from the top to the bottom, like I'm talking about admin and to the coaching staff to the playing group. Do you feel that as a player? Like you feel like everyone's just on board to achieve something special?
Yeah, no, it's spot on. So talking about before, we got Cam George, our CEO, owner, Mark Robinson. You got Webby, Andrew McFadden, the GM, and they all work together. The chairman, Kenny, he's a legend. Like they're just all real good blokes. Like they're, you can easily go and walk into the facility, turn left. Cam George's office is right there. Doors always open. You can go talk to him, have a yarn to him. And I don't think it's like that at every club. I can't speak for every other club, but it's a real family friendly environment. And they know they have to create that environment because half the team's not even from Auckland. So it's really good, and you feel that from the top down. Everyone loves being there, and I just especially for me, my partner being over there with our baby now, it's such a family environment, and it's you need that when you're away. Like when you're away from home, you're away from your family, you're away from your loved ones. You need that the people who aren't actually family. So it's awesome to have them there.
I feel like Webby's you got to give him a lot of praise for what he's done with that club. Obviously went to the Warriors as a new NRL coach. Didn't have many games under his belt as a head coach. I think he did a bit at the Tigers as an interim coach, as a head coach. Brought you along, Mitchie Barnett as well. And like you said, like in the past, we've seen players come from Australia across the ditch and not really flourish like most of you boys have. Do you have to credit Webby for a lot of that?
Yeah, a lot. He's the systems he bought when he came to the Warriors. It was a lot different from I think probably everyone has seen. Me, I was at Cronulla before that, and a lot of those boys hadn't really probably been coached by Webby before, and it was a lot different, and it was sort of hard to get for the first few months. But I think once the boys once we played those first few games of that 2023 year and go, oh, this works, and like this can be successful. And obviously you saw the system he's coming from in Penrith, and once you sort of saw it actually being put into
implemented
in a game, you're like, oh wow, this works. And then obviously you saw in that 2023 season we had that sort of crazy ride, and I think now we're sort of set up for, in my mind, like that permanent success. Like we want to be that team that's always towards the top of the ladder, pushing to win premierships. You know, we don't want to be that team that then the next year in the top 8, next year you're not. We want to become one of those strong contending clubs that every year you know what you're going to get from them.
I think the number one word that comes to mind is belief.
Yeah.
Like this Warriors side believes they can do something special.
Yeah.
And like that's, as a fan, that's what I see. The fans see it as well. Like they come out, like, well, how many games you sold out this year? Or was it every game?
I think just about last year was every game, and this year I think was nearly the same.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
So it's an unbelievable response.
Yeah.
Like there is, again, connection, right?
Yeah.
Talk about buying. You extended with the club as well. So that you're a big part of that organization. What made you want to extend? And congratulations, of course. Why did you want to extend and be part of the Warriors for another couple of years?
Yeah, no, thanks for that. It was sort of an easy decision. Obviously there was a bit of talk about it and stuff, but it was when you really just knuckle down and look into it. It was you look at the success that we had in these last couple of years, and I'd been handed the keys after Shaun had left. Obviously, big shoes to fill, and
Massive.
I always wanted to become a halfback and be a halfback in the NRL, and for Webby to sort of give me the opportunity. He told me in the preseason, he said, "You're my halfback, and I'll ride you. I don't care if we lose however many games. Like you're our man." And just sort of for him to have that belief in me, I was like, "Oh, this is cool and this is sick." And he just lets me go out there and play my game, and just that sort of the belief he has in me and the belief I have in the club and in the playing group that we've got. It was almost it's a no-brainer for me to sort of go, I'm going to stay here and try and win this team their first premiership, because that's obviously the thing that everyone's sort of talking about, the Warriors, and when they're going to win their first comp. And I'd love nothing more than to be the halfback and lead that team to their first premiership.
Man, as a fan, I'd love to see that.
Yeah.
I would love to see that.
Yeah.
Was there any opportunity to test the market? Because like the reality is like you're a sorted out half. The Bears are coming to the competition. PNG's coming to the competition. Most likely we'll see, Benny Hahn and Adam Reynolds retire from the Broncos, so they're going to be in need of a half. Was there ever an appetite to actually test the market and see what you can get for yourself?
Not too. There's obviously a little, the longer it goes on, you go, oh, you're sort of thinking. But when I really actually thought about it, I was like, I don't think there's any way I'm actually going to say, oh, I'm going to go November 1. It was just more or less getting the X's and O's right in my Warriors contract. That was sort of the thing that was probably taking the longest, just sort of get it. Because I went and got married and went to Fiji, and that sort of was like a couple of weeks, and then all of a sudden, there was a bit of talk around it. So it sort of probably went a bit longer than it actually should have. I probably could have signed it a bit earlier. So, but no, it was obviously there's going to be moments when you're in New Zealand and you're thinking, oh, I'd love to be in Australia, but I feel like the other side of it outweighs that a lot. Sure. Like I always say me and my partner always say, like, Sydney's or Australia's not going anywhere. Like It's always going to be here when we get back. So, but the drive and thought of being able to be a part of that first premiership winning team, that just outweighs everything for me.
Man, I love that. Oh, I'm G'd up for you, man. I feel like with all the media attention around, November 1 coming up, you're going to test the market and look for another opportunity. I feel like my gut was always saying that you were going to stay. Like I just feel the way I saw you play, the enjoyment you had every time you played, especially when you score a try. He loves a try celebration. This bloke loves it. We're going to go through that later. Yeah. You got to teach me a couple.
I've got a couple in the bank too.
Do you?
Yeah, I've been sitting on the sideline for a little bit, so I've got a couple people we might know in the EPL.
Well, I've got a couple. Where's your inspo from? Like, are you a bit of a soccer fan?
Yeah. So love my soccer, love my football. Do you want me to say who I go for?
Oh, 100%. That was my next question.
Right. I'm a Man United fan.
We won't hold that against him.
I'm a Man United fan.
So support?
The mighty Arsenal. Yeah, you got bragging rights. You're on the top. You're on top. But have you seen the set piece stats?
Listen, we're not going to bring that up. Okay? Yeah, we're number one.
Yeah.
But mate, it's not our fault. You guys can't defend them.
That's true. That is true.
And we only conceded 3 goals.
Yeah, I saw that.
That's a key stat.
Yeah, and 5 plays from open goal? 5 goals from open play.
Yeah.
But you're coming first. So I'll take that as Man United. If you said you can only score 5 goals from open play, but you'd be first.
And we ranked first in penalties as well. If you want to throw that in there as well. I saw it the other day. I was like, wow, maybe we're not going that good as we think. But anyway, I'm happy. But as an Arsenal supporter, it's been too long. We've been starved of success.
Yeah.
And it's just great to see us in the top of the ladder. Listen, I think it's our season to lose.
If
now.
There's any time to win it, Liverpool's lost a few games.
They've lost to Wheels.
City just lost to Villa. Like, if there's ever a time to win it, it's this year.
Listen, let's not put the mock on us. Let's not talk about it anymore.
We'll revisit
just enjoy this time.
Revisit this in like March, April, and we'll sort of see how it's going towards the end of the year.
Because I've said this the last couple of years, man, we're leading early.
Yeah.
And whenever we hit this period around Christmas, I don't know what happens. We just go to water.
Yeah.
So let's hope there's not a repeat of that. Like, what do you reckon, Pedro? You reckon it's our year?
No, bro. Arsenal's not going to win it, cuz.
Who do you go for?
I don't actually follow a team. Sorry, boys.
No, that's all right.
He's Uruguayan. So that should
right.
say enough.
Yeah. Luis Suarez?
Yeah, I follow the Uruguayan players. Yeah. Darwin, Suarez, I follow Liverpool. But if I don't live in the place, I feel like I can't support a team.
That's fair. That's fair. You can't be like a diehard. Yeah, I get it.
Exactly.
So you've been at the Warriors for 3 years now. Have you been surprised of how well you actually have gone playing for the Warriors? Because let's face it, you've been playing some pretty good football.
I sort of, it was a bit weird. I have this sort of self-belief that I always knew I was where I want to get to and where I feel like I'm going to get to. But it was pretty crazy. Like, I go from playing 6 and you're sort of in this supporting role, and always had, like I said before, had that urge to get in the number 7 role. And when I got that chance, I knew what I could do. If that, not in like a cocky sort of way, but just I
think you need to believe in yourself. Like, as a professional athlete, if you don't, then you're not going to last.
Yeah. So I feel like I have this confidence, and what excites me is I still feel like there's like another level to go. Like, that was my first season playing halfback in the NRL, and sort of getting that. I think it took me probably 7-8 rounds to get that mix of my running game, kicking, passing, like organising the team. Because sometimes I'd feel like I'd be in a game and 30 minutes would go by and I'd be like, I haven't even ran the ball, or I haven't really impacted the game in that way. But I feel like I was sort of starting to get the hang of that, knowing when to manage, knowing when to run, knowing when to kick, knowing when to look for an early kick or whatever it is. And I feel like once you sort of get that balance, that's when you can take your game to the next level. I feel like there's probably a few guys in the NRL who have that. Like, you got Moses, Cleary, Jerome Hughes, like those guys. I feel like they've mastered that. They sort of know how to do that. And that's what I'm looking forward to as my next challenge to really master it.
Does that come from experience, like game awareness and IQ?
Yeah, I feel like it does, especially for someone like me who everyone sort of sees my speed and my running game, and that's probably comes natural to me. But I love guiding and managing a team around. So for me, it excites me being able to do all those things. But I think, coming from experience, playing the number 7 role and actually just the game reps, I feel like that's where it comes. And I felt like I was getting around when I got injured. I sort of felt like I was really finding my groove with that, but that's what excites me. Sort of get back into preseason, watch a lot of video. I love watching video on other players and other teams and our team as well to sort of see how they do it, and it really excites me seeing where I can take it.
Yeah, excited. You should be excited. You should be confident as well, because like you were leading the Daily M charts, right? So yeah, I know it ended your season prematurely, but mate, there's so much to look forward to, and obviously reaffirms your belief in yourself, right?
Yeah.
I was going to ask as well, if there are other halves, who do you like to kind of mold your game off?
Yeah. So when
is it more your own style you want to bring?
Yeah. So when I was younger, I loved Shaun Johnson.
Of course.
Yeah.
Really?
I've told him this so many. He loves it too.
Love
He
that.
loves it. Yeah. So he was my favorite player. I loved Shaun Johnson. Because he was like a fast halfback that could make line breaks, and that's sort of how I like when I was younger. That's what I liked to do, and so he was definitely one. And when I sort of now, if I had to pick now, I like watching Mitch Moses. He's pretty good at the way he can sort of he's got one of the best long kicking games in the NRL, and he's pretty fast and can sort of run the ball and do things like that. So I like watching him play. I sort of watch him pretty closely, and so I have to pick one. I'd say it's him at the moment.
Speaking of Shawnee, you've got the luxury of learning off, arguably two of the best halfbacks to ever put on a Kiwi jersey, right? You got Shawnee, Stacey Jones. What's that like for you? That's just an abundance of knowledge at your doorstep.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty lucky, especially to have Shawnee. I had him at Cronulla, and then had him for a couple of years at the Warriors, and just being able to just be a sponge around him and I asked him 50,000 questions actually in his book. He released a couple of weeks ago. He's talking about me as his roommate and just talking about how I don't shut up, and his ears were bleeding when we were roomies because I was asking him so many questions. But that's the kind of person I am. But I want to soak up all the information that these guys had, because, like I said, two of the greatest halfbacks to ever play the game. So, and then to have Stacey there, I do a lot of video with him about kicking and sort of game awareness stuff of what to look for, and it's pretty cool to be able to pick his brain. And he's another thing with Stacey, he's an absolute legend. He is such a good bloke. Loves going down the bolo to have a beer. He's just a knockabout. He's a knockabout bloke. He's so awesome. All the boys love him. Like, he's a larrikin. He's so good, but he's obviously so smart around footy too.
Who's the larrikin in the playing group?
Oh, Mitch Barnett.
Really?
Yeah, Mitchy Barnett is. Yeah, he's a bit of a larrikin. He's a great time. He's I'm pretty close with him, obviously, over the last couple of years, and obviously both tearing ACL, spent a bit of time together in rehab, so far, and but he can bring the group together. He can make an event and get everyone to go to it and create some good energy. So I'd probably Mitchy Barnett.
You had a few characters. I see the video of Bunty as well in the sheds. Oh my god, man. He's good. I love that shit. I love it.
It's awesome.
Speaking of events, you went to Vegas. What was that like?
Yeah, it was cool. Obviously we played pretty shit, and we didn't get the win, but the whole event was awesome. Yeah, like the couple days before the game, we went to, I think it was Old Vegas or something like that. Yeah, we walked through like all the fans went on stage, and I was like, this is crazy. Like, this is so cool. Who would have thought that you would be playing NRL in Vegas? And
in your third year too.
Yeah. Like, it was crazy, but I feel like 8 days in Vegas is pretty long. Like, there's not much to do. That's the only thing. Like, you go there.
There's a lot to do, but not much you can do before a game.
When you're preparing to play NRL round one, there's not much. So you would go down, play blackjack, and on the day off, what are we going to do? Oh, play blackjack. There wasn't really too much. But it was, playing in that stadium. Like, I'd love to do it again and almost right the wrongs and actually get a win this time. But just playing that stadium, running out, and the Warriors fans there, it's probably 15,000 Warriors fans. Oh, that was so cool. I'd love to do it again, but I don't know. Saw the NRL's doing something in 2027.
Yeah.
Global round, so that would be cool to go play in London.
Would you embrace that?
Yeah, I'd love that. Seeing some of the cities that were getting tossed up, I'd love to go play in one of those.
If there was one city you'd love to play at, what would it be? Which stadium?
Ooh.
You're an APL kind of guy, so I'm leaning towards somewhere.
Yes, it's like an Old Trafford would be cool, but I would probably go the Bernabeu, playing Madrid. If you could fit in there, imagine that.
That would make that work, surely.
I think it would have to be that. Imagine that. That would be awesome.
Where would I love to play? Oh, obviously Emirates. I'd love to play in the Emirates. Oh, jeez, where else would I love to play? I think Miami would be pretty cool.
Yeah, that would be yeah.
Obviously, I'm a Miami supporter. Miami Heat, Miami Dolphins. Not that we're going to.
But that would be. You'd have mad weather. Imagine the stuff you could do before.
Very cultural, like so much culture. Yeah, so much culture.
That would be good.
Yeah. Anyway, well, we'll see what happens. Listen, when the Vegas thing was tossed up, I was like, oh, here we go.
Yeah.
we can't even get the NRL to kind of agree on the rights and all that bullshit with the players at the time, and then they were tossing up Vegas. I'm like, it's a bit down the track.
Yeah. Then all of a sudden they just
But anyway, what went wrong at Vegas? Like with the way the season went for you guys, like you obviously did pretty well for yourselves, top 4 finish. That's pretty good. But kicked off the year on a sour note. What happened?
Yeah, I felt like we were just a shell of what we were. I don't know. It was really weird. I don't think we weren't overawed by the occasion or nothing like that. It was just, we just didn't play. I feel like Canberra showed us and taught us a lesson in terms of intensity and like line speed and just all those sort of little effort things. They taught us a lesson in that, and we, it's sort of hard. You can't it's hard to put your finger on it, but we sort of just thought we didn't turn up like physically with the intent to sort of go out there and win a game of NRL. And you always hear the old saying like, the first few rounds of football, you just complete line speed, tackle well, finish your set. You hear that, and that's pretty much just what they did to us. And I feel like almost the way I said anyway was a blessing in disguise for us. Learn a bit of a lesson like that round 1, get towed up, and then go. I think we won a few games after that. So we sort of used it as a lesson, but now like looking forward now, I feel like we know, all right, round 1, that's intensity you have to bring. And obviously you saw Canberra worked out better. That Canberra went on and had a pretty good year, obviously.
Listen, I tipped them to win. I'll be honest. I tipped them to win the wooden spoon. So they obviously got cake in my face, but unbelievable what they've achieved. You were also at Manly as well. Like speaking of halves before, you got to pick Cherry-Evans' brain as well, I'm assuming. Yeah. What's he like compared to Shaun Johnson? Yeah.
So when I was 18, I moved over there from Cronulla to Manly, and that was so cool. Having Ches there to sort of learn off. I was the exact same, probably even worse to Ches. If you ask him, I used to just follow him around after training. He was practicing field goals. I'd practice field goals, 40-20s, whatever it was. I was just saying, I'm doing it. And I think after a few weeks, he probably goes, okay, this guy's just going to just do whatever I do. So he used to say, all right, come on, we're doing field goals now. And but I was like, why wouldn't I? He was Australian halfback, Queensland halfback. Like, why wouldn't I want to pick this guy's brain? And the first interaction I actually had with him was pretty cool and sort of set the standard for me in terms of I was thinking, when I would get older, I sort of want to be this sort of guy. We didn't have training kit. The training kit hadn't arrived, and it was like 2 weeks till it arrived. And he saw me in a pair of like shorts or whatever, and sort of I think he found out that there's no kit, and his brain just instantly went to, this guy's new. He obviously wouldn't have much. And the next day he came with like a plastic bag full of like half of his clothes, like a few training shorts, training singlets, training shirts, and it was like, have this for like just have it until you get your gear, and then just do whatever you want with it after that. And I was like, that's so cool. Like I was 18. He doesn't have to come up to me and be that nice to me, but he was. And I was like, that sort of showed the kind of person he was. And from there on, I always had like massive respect for him.
But it also molded the person you are today. Like if you were to see another kid coming through, like the first thing you think of is, I used to be that kid. Yeah. I want to help him, find his feet. Yeah. Get used to the boys.
Yeah, exactly. And just seeing the way he sort of did that, and it always sticks in my brain. Even the way he used to say, "Come on, we're doing this, practicing kick and doing whatever." Now it's like I'm 26 now, so I'm sort of, as I get older, I want to be that guy. When there's an 18 or 19-year-old halfback coming through, I'm gonna say, "Come on, let's go, let's do this."
I know I skipped this question, but back to when you first got the keys to be the halfback of the team, did it take you a while to like earn the respect of the boys? And did you feel like there was a lot of pressure that came with that as well? Obviously, they're big shoes to fill.
I think there was probably a bit of pressure, but like I wanted everything that came with it, and that's what I said to Webby. Like, I want the good, the bad, whatever it is that comes with being the number 7. So I really want it. I felt like I was lucky that Mitch Barnett, he was like to me, you're our man. Like for us to get where we want to get to, like you've got to be like our best player, pretty much. You've got to be the man. So he instantly just said, whatever, like I want you to talk more than me. He's a captain. He says to me, like, I want you to have more of a voice than me by the like midway through the season. So that was pretty cool to hear him that. And obviously Fish as well, he came a little bit later, obviously playing with the Kiwis and win the grand final. He came a little bit later, but he was the same thing. He was just like, you're the halfback, like you tell us what to do and you tell us where we need to be and all that sort of stuff. So it was cool. Just I felt like by probably January, February, I was pretty comfortable, and I was felt pretty comfortable telling the big boys what to do and where to get to. But then, obviously getting into the game, it's a little bit different, and I feel like it's actually easier for me in the game to say stuff to them. But our boys are pretty good. They respond pretty quick, so I don't have to really get stuck into them too much.
Speaking of fish, I actually go, hey, I've got Lukey on the potty, and do you want to ask him any questions? He's like, yeah, sure, cuz. So where is he? I've got to find this now. Far out. Fish. Can you do your best pukana? Did I say that right? Pukana. Did I say that right?
Yeah, I think it's pukana.
Pukana. That's good. How about on Wikipedia? They were claiming you're Kiwi.
Yeah, Samoan as well. The Samoans claim me from a clip. Have you seen it?
I have not seen that.
You got to get the clip up. It's so Samoan National Language Week over there. My first season so 2023, and Dimitrik said to me, "Oh, like you got to do this video, bro. If you say it'll be funny as you just got to say." Where you're from, and I'll make up a Samoan name for you. So he's like, just say you're Luka Mikiafu from Apia. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. And I was like, Talafalava, Luka Mikiafu from Apia. And it just blew up. So then all the Samoans now love me, and then my name's Luka Mikiafu. That
was said pretty well.
Yeah,
That's very natural. Are you sure there's nothing in there?
I've had a bit of practice.
Is that it there?
Yeah, this is it. Luka Mikiafu. From that, it just took off.
Oh man, the boys are gonna love that. Fuck, they killed all the weekend too.
Yeah. Some old boys they carved up.
Shorty was copping a bit of flack online as well. He was like, "Oh yeah, got to be a close game, you know." Jeez, they kept the receipts. The fans are ripping into him.
Yeah.
On the serious note, show us your best pukana.
Now this is gonna get clipped up for sure. This is where I'd almost rather do one of those. This is going to be really hard for me.
We don't have to do it.
It's going to be real hard because I'm going to disrespect it, and then it's going to get clipped up, and it'll get shown for the rest of my career. He knows what he's doing too.
He actually did ask. That was my question.
If I did that, I would have never heard the end of it.
No. What he actually said was, what's your mindset heading into next year compared to the rest of your years at the Warriors?
So I feel like I know what sort of it's going to take of me to be the halfback of the team. Obviously, going into the last season, it was more like sort of said trying to earn that respect in the preseason and sort of find my feet in terms of being that game manager and that runner. But I feel like now I know where that's at and I know how to sort of get there. So I want to, it's almost not even pick up where I left off, like be better than that by the time I get back and sort of be more of a leader and be more of a person who's going to talk like in front of the group, which is something that I like to do. I like to talk about the game plan and be like a presence in the video room. And yeah, it's sort of hard. I don't just want to say I pick up where I left off because I don't want to just put that as my ceiling. I want to come back better, and I want to strive like the old saying, like shoot for the stars, aim for the moon sort of thing. So yeah, my mindset is just that being like my floor where I ended up last year. That's
your base.
The base, yeah. And I've got so much more I want to do, and I want to lead these boys around. I can't wait to do it.
Oh, geez, you Warriors fans, you guys must be absolutely jumping off your seat right now. Speaking of the future of the Warriors as well, like the kids you got coming through, like obviously Halasima, what a year he had. Jacob Laban, you just signed Khan Pereira, I believe, as well. Sam Healy, I had the opportunity, I played with him a bit at Newtown. I saw there was something special about that kid as well. Yeah. Mate, it must be exciting to see all these guys coming through.
Yeah, it's so cool seeing like Leka, when I first turned up, he was about 17. He was still in school.
Is he 18 now? He's 18, right?
I think he's 20 this year. He actually turns 20 this year. Yeah. But he's a freak. You got Dimitrik's like 21. Ali Leitau's 22. Jacob Laban's 21. Like all these young guys who now have played 25, 30 games of NRL, and they're just going to get better. And then you got, like we said, we signed Khan Pereira, who is lightning quick. So chuck him on the wing and he'll finish a few tries. So yeah, it's really exciting. And I know that we've got some 17, 18-year-olds who you see some footage of, and you're going, these guys are going to be ridiculous. And now that we've got Harold Matts and SG Ball, they don't have to come to Australia, come to Sydney to find a Harold Matts team and leave when they're 16. They can stay in the system and be nurtured. And by the time they're 18, they've got an NRL contract and they're training with us full time. So there's going to be more Leckers and more Dimitriks. There's going to be more of these guys in the next couple of years.
That's another thing the Warriors have done so well over recent years. Like, they were getting rated for so much opposition with their talent, their junior talent in particular. And now I feel like they're now tapping a bit more into that. They're valuing their pathways. They're valuing their junior development systems. Yeah. And you can see, like you said, all those names that are coming through, and that's proof of that.
Yeah,
Like, that's the cake, right? That's what I see. That's the cake of your team. Like all these younger guys coming through now and making NRL careers of their own. And I feel like it's a bit of a blueprint from the Penrith Panthers. So you had guys like Edwards, Martin, Yo, Nath, Jerome, Brian. All these guys weren't poached from other junior leagues. Yeah. They're all coming from their own pathways.
Yeah.
Can you see that?
Yeah, 100%. And even, so you got the Auckland comp, obviously there's going to be talent there, but now down in Christchurch, Wellington, there's all these, we've got these Warrior bases set up to where these kids are going to come through. The Warriors move as soon as they finish school, they're moving and living in a homestay or something like that. So they've got all that set up now too. And I think we just got in Logan, in Brizzy area, we just got a Warriors like link set up there. So kids from Logan who might have Aussie kids or New Zealander kids, because it's a big New Zealand population there. So you get them, 16, 17 years old, real good talent. Instead of going to the Broncos, they might get young Reece Walsh sort of play. He might be at the Warriors.
That'd
so
be nice.
yeah.
Kid's absolutely fucking covered.
I know, he's killing it.
Unbelievable. Get your crystal ball out, looking in the future, say 2030 when another team will come into the competition. Like, I'm a big advocate of getting 2 NRL teams in New Zealand. Yeah. Obviously one in Auckland, the other team should be in Wellington, I believe. Yeah. Do you think there's an appetite, there's room for that? I know you want all of New Zealand to yourself. You'd want that for yourself. I get that. But I feel like another NRL team in New Zealand, that'd be nice. Yeah,
I think if there was to be, I reckon the South Island in Christchurch would probably be pretty good. So then you could sort of have a north versus south sort of feel if you're going to do it. I think Christchurch, we've taken a couple games to Christchurch and they've sold out. We sold out a preseason game down there. So I think if there was another one at South Island, Christchurch, I think it's been talked about a little bit. I think Wellington probably could as well. But I reckon if down in Christchurch would be pretty cool having, because then I reckon you could have a little sort of like
almost like a little origin. But you create your own rivalry, right? So you've got Battle of the West here. Yeah. That's obviously Penrith Para. You've got
Sharks Dragons,
Souths Roosters.
Yeah. Mate. Yeah, it would create its own little rivalry. So it would be pretty cool. I think you got Perth, PNG. I'd say logically that's probably the next one if they have to. Yeah.
Broncos, Brisbane.
Dolphins.
Brisbane, Cowboys, and Dolphins now in the mix. So, mate, I think it's something to be excited about. What was I going to tell you? Oh, that's right. Do you remember playing each other?
Where were you at?
I played Reggie's one game. It was you were playing for Newtown. I was playing for Souths. I got dropped to reserve grade, and it was the
the beer food festival. Yeah, the beer footy food festival. Yeah.
I'm like, oh man, I think we were up at half time. And I was feeling pretty good. I'm like, I reckon we'll get these guys. Man, can I say that was the weirdest day ever?
Yeah,
I was not expecting
there was wrestling on the side. Do you see the wrestling going on while we're playing?
Mate, we're defending our line, and there's blokes jumping off the turnbuckle. And I'm like, what is? I'm like looking at Shave to see what you're doing. You're looking at me, and I'm looking to my right, and there's bloody wrestlers going off. Someone's getting absolutely belted. Oh, mate.
I remember, I think you scored a try early on, and I remember hearing cheering, and I was like, why are the Newtown fans cheering like 30 seconds after a try scored? And it was because some bloke was getting pinned in the wrestling on the side. It's pretty good. That
was a great day.
Yeah, it's playing for Newtown, like obviously coming through the grades and like you're playing reserve grade, you want to be playing first grade, but at least like you're having fun when you're there. Like you were there for a little bit. Like it's a good group of boys, and the coaches there are pretty funny, and you always get a good crowd, which makes it a lot better.
It's just a good setup there. Like they don't make it. Yes, it's reserve grade, but they make you feel welcome.
Yeah.
I think like for me, the hardest part was like as an NRL player getting dropped back to reserve grade. Like it kind of is a dent to the ego, but they don't make you feel like a reserve grader. They still treat you as like a first grader, but they try and make it as accommodating and like try and pump your tires up as much as possible. At the end of the day, you need to get a result on the weekend.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, they're a good bunch of, and because it's their own sort of entity, like their Newtown Jets, so they don't really. I know they're associated with Cronulla, but they sort of run to their own beat in a way. So it's pretty cool.
Was anyone at Newtown that really helped you in your career coming through? Do you any name?
We had obviously like Matto. Matto was the coach, and we had Mick DeBella, George Nadira was one of the assistants. Yeah, we had a good little group, and we always had a decent team. Like you look at guys now who are playing like Tom Hazelton, Cade Dykes. Like we've got some Mawini Hiroti. Like we've got there's some good players who have sort of come through that system, and obviously like Jaden Beryl's playing there. He's been playing hooker there for a while. So now there was a few boys there who I really enjoyed my time going there, being coached and like being teammates with some of them.
I love that. Speaking of your training at the Warriors, So I got a bit of mail. Is it true that you mic yourself up and run around the camera? Hey, is that fair income?
So I don't mic myself up.
I know you don't.
Yeah,
but
that is true. That is true. Yeah. So I get not every session, but a lot during the preseason. I would wear a mic and I'd go. It was they film with the drone, and then I'd go watch the footage, and you can watch it with me. The footage on the drone, hearing me what I'm saying in that moment. Yeah. So I'm mic'd up while watching or you can watch another camera angle. So that was pretty cool. It was cool to sort of see what I was saying in certain moments and what I was saying, and then hear it then and watching the people around me if they were doing what I was saying. Just a weird thing like that. I know it sounds
I don't think it's weird, but
sounds so nerdy, but
I don't think it is. I love that.
But me and Webby, we had a chuckle when we watched it. But he'll come up to me because he can watch it live and he can hear it, and he'll come up to me and he'll go, he's like, fuck, he was saying some funny shit on that thing, like some of the stuff I was saying, and he got a little giggle out of it. But yeah, it's pretty cool. It's a good learning tool.
Self-development for sure. Whose idea was it?
It was Webby's.
Yeah,
it was Webby's idea. He's pretty started getting into his NBA and stuff this year. I'm pretty sure, and like obviously NFL and all that stuff. It's pretty big in that. So yeah, I'm not too sure where he got his idea from, but I'd say it's probably that.
So with the camera, you don't have like a legit GoPro on you. It's just drone footage.
Yeah,
right?
Drone footage. Yeah, and then there was another camera to the side, just like sort of following me, so you can watch two different angles.
I was gonna say because like I've seen the GoPro vests, cameras.
Yeah.
That'll be actually pretty sick.
Yeah,
it
would be
see
cool
what
to see,
eyes up, what you're looking at, the shapes you're looking at, the cues you're looking at.
Yeah, it would be pretty. They trialled it in a Premier League game a couple of years ago, I think.
I think the refs have it.
Yeah, and the refs have it. Yeah, I think I could be wrong, but you know Tielemans from Aston Villa?
Yes.
I could be dead wrong. It might not be him, but I'm pretty sure Aston Villa were playing the game anyway. A midfielder wore one, and it was so cool just seeing sort of what he was seeing. It was a midfielder. So you're sort of seeing like when he was getting the ball and when he was looking up what he would have been seeing, and it was so cool.
Oh, man, I feel like as a fan to get that view.
Yeah, it would be so, it's a
But even a player, like just because obviously when you're in the playlist, when you're in the video room and you're watching a clip, right, say it is a drone shot, like you don't really remember what you say. So that's why I don't mind them getting mic'd up or having the camera on you, because as a tool for development, personal development, wow.
Yeah. Like I love that sometimes you get the camera angle from behind the goalposts, and that I reckon that's better. It actually shows you like what you're seeing, because when you watch from a drone, you can sort of be like, oh, why didn't you go sort of this way and stuff like that, or if you're watching from like the big camera angle from the side from the grandstand. Yeah, so it's it gives you a different perspective, definitely.
Yeah, it's like with fans, like as if you didn't see that, like take that short side, like if they had an eagle view, like fuck it, I reckon you take all the opportunities you get presented. But anyway, far out. Was there other tools that you use for your personal growth and development as a player?
No, nothing too crazy. Like I'm not really into anything. Like I love watching footy. Like that's I love watching football, going on League Analyzer, watching just heaps of just random. Like I'll just think of something random and go watch it. Or like I'm big into like watching other sports too, like watching NFL, NBA, soccer. Like just watching like a documentary of another player. But yeah, nothing too crazy.
How are you watching after a loss or a bad performance?
Yeah, no, all right. I this obviously sucks. Like when you're watching it, but it's gives me more motivation, like watching it back and going, okay, like this is what I can do better, and sort of giving myself the knowledge to say, all right, if you're in this situation again, like this is what you got to do. How you react. And then it's cool. Then when you get like 2 games later, you might be faced with the same scenario, and then you do it a different way, and it pays off. And then you go, oh, that's cool. You know, it's paying off. Yeah, but it obviously sucks watching that. But sometimes even when you watch a win, you're almost looking for the bad stuff in a way, so you don't get too high, but then off the lows, you don't look at all the lows because you don't want to get too. So it's sort of that even keel that you're looking for.
I love that. I personally believe like your best footy is still ahead of you. In your short career in the NRL so far, if you could think of your best and less moment, what would it be?
Just like one moment or a game? Or?
So your best moment and the less moment that kind of, put you in a hole.
I'd say best moment probably when I kicked that 50-meter goal against Bronx. That was pretty cool.
Were you like 1 and 4 or something?
Yeah. So including a missed penalty goal, I was 1 from 5. Yeah. So I always bring that up. So I was 1 from 4 technically. But I was 1 from 5, and then they kicked it out in the full, and then took that. And what people don't know, but at Mount Smart it gets windy.
Yeah,
and it was so windy, and like it was a hard kick and it was weird because the wind was going to the right, and as a right footer in front, like you would rather go to the left because you can just aim it to the right and it'll come around. So it was almost like I have a natural left curve, but I didn't want to aim it too far outside right post because then the wind will blow it right. Like, so it was harder than it looked. So when you watch the kick, it curls and then it sort of just stops and goes straight.
Yeah.
So it actually worked out perfect. But yeah, that would be my favorite moment.
And that less moment.
And then the less moment I'd probably say breaking my leg last year. I don't know if that's but I'd probably say that when I broke my leg. I started in round 1, played 3 games, and then in round 4 I broke my leg. So I sort of felt like I'm here now. I've arrived. I'm starting round 1. I'm like playing decent, and then all of a sudden, bang, and then broke my tibia, and I was out for like 20 rounds or 19 rounds or something. That was pretty tough to take. But yeah, I'd probably say that's probably the lowest. Yeah.
What was the comeback like for that one?
That was tough. Yeah, it was shorter, so 4 months shorter than ACL, but a lot harder rehab. So like, I don't know if anyone's ever broken like their tibia, they know like that feeling is like the worst pain I've ever been in.
Really?
Like coming off that field, going into the thing, I've never felt pain anything like it. It's like you just picture your whole shin just having a crack like across it. It was the worst thing. And but that rehab, real hard. Like even trying to walk on it again, trying to run. Like I was thinking, like they're like, you can get back in 4 months. I was going, how am I going to get back in 4 months? Like it was one of those things you just got to push through the pain. It's some injuries you're not supposed to do that, but this one was one of those. It was like, you're going to be fine. You just got to push through it. And once you sort of get over it, you'll be right. So, but yeah, that one was tough. That was like going good for one day, the next day, good one day. And then, but once I got on the field and ran, it was just like, it went bang. It went quick.
I love that. Thanks for being so honest with that as well, bro.
Right.
And up front. And all you Wars fans, if you want to go check out the NRL merch at Best and Less, you can go online or you can go in store because they are flying off the shelves. As you can see, this man in the studio is one of the main reasons for that. Alrighty. Your early life, you grew up in Coffs, right?
Yeah.
And we're obviously talking about off air. You're not much of a surfer, I'm assuming.
No, not much of a surfer. Yeah, grew up in Coffs. It was really fun to sort of grow up there, and I have 3 older brothers. So yeah, love playing footy and going down to the beach. Yeah, not too much surfing happening. But there's a jetty there. I'm not sure the Coffs Harbour jetty. You jump off and you swim up the so that doing that and
I just remember doing that. I was shitting myself.
Yeah,
that's pretty high up.
It's high. Yeah, it's high. People do backflips off the light pole. I don't know if you know. Yeah, people do backflips off the light pole. I even now I reckon I could only just jump off. I'm scared of heights, so I could only just jump off. But yeah, we used to do that and. Your mates grow up. Your mates are right around the corner. Like it was pretty cool.
You ever bumped into Russell Crowe?
No, I never have.
He lives there, yeah.
Yeah. So the club. Ryde Valley Tomahawks. And when you become a senior, the Ryde Valley Axemen. That's what everyone knows him for. Shout out. Shout out. He got Sam Burgess to go and coach them a few years ago. He did my junior club. Right. Yeah, and that was the club. So he has a farm like probably 30, 40 minutes west of Coffs. He does. Like he has a big property out there. I think that's where the Rabbitohs had a big party after they won the comp or something.
Yeah, and Luke Cleary jumped on the cab a bit early.
Did he?
Yeah, I don't know if you remember that. I think he had him and Rusty like got into a bit of a
I remember. Yeah,
and he was filthy. Anyway, and then he went to the Roosters and won 2 comps.
Yeah.
So you can thank Russell Crowe for that one. How did you end up signing with Cronulla? If you were from the Coffs?
Yeah, so originally I went down and had a trial with Endeavour Sports and Cronulla. Went down and spoke to them, and that's how one of the teachers there knew a teacher at my school in Coffs, and they knew each other. He's like, I've got this kid who wants to like give football a crack, and he said, come down, you can trial at Cronulla. We'd bring him into the school, show him around, and it started from there. I looked at the school, and I was like, I wanted to go right or wrong, and I was like to my mum, Dad, I want to go down, and they were a bit like Coffs Harbour, moving to Sydney to the big smoke. It's pretty intimidating.
As a kid as well.
Yeah, and so I'm forever grateful for my mum, Dad. They like picked up and moved for me to Sydney, and went to Endeavour, then started like development at Cronulla, and that's how it started.
How did you become friends with James Romanos?
Oh, the Moose.
The Moose. The big fella.
So development, Cronulla, me and Jimmy, we hit it off, we did. And it's funny actually, he was in my groom's
I know. That's what I saw. I was like, how does he know Moose?
He's one of the greats at the Moose, and he actually introduced me to my wife Brody. So he went to school with her. He did, and that's how we met, through Moose. So he'll always be a part of my life. Old Moose.
He's one of the funniest human beings I've ever come across.
He would love that he's getting a shout out.
Oh, 100%. Have you seen that? He always does his face. It's just like he just does his stupid face. He does it perfectly. I love you, brother.
He's a legend.
Why didn't it work out at Cronulla? What? I thought you would have stayed because you obviously had a pretty good New South Wales Cup stint there.
Yeah.
What ended up happening? What was the roadblock there? Nico Hines, Trindle? Like, what was the? Why didn't you stay?
So I debuted that year. I was 22 and I debuted with about 6 rounds to go, and I played the rest of the year out, some games off the bench, started a couple games, and then just the opportunity a couple months after that came to go talk to the Warriors. And then I was like, when my manager was like, you want to talk to the Warriors? I was like, you know what I mean? I was like, moving to New Zealand, that whole thing, I was a bit like, I don't know about that. And he was like, just, come talk to him. Like, that's all you got to do. And I was like, yeah, may as well. Went down, caught up with them, and I was just like, the way they were talking and the way I was sort of thinking. And obviously, Cronulla had signed Nico, and Moyes was still there playing some good footy. And I remember driving like back and going, I think I want to go. And then I remember telling my partner, I think I want to go there. And she was like, are you serious? And I was like, yeah, I think
it's always a partner. So. If you get her on board, then everything comes easy.
Yeah, exactly. And she's awesome because she knows the aspirations I have and the dreams I want to chase. So
that's mad.
After her, I just said, I think I want to go. And she was a bit like, oh, are you sure? And I was like, yeah, she was like on board pretty quick. So I was lucky with that. And it was more or less just the opportunity to play regular first grade. That was probably the main thing. Yeah, because I thought at Cronulla my path was probably a little bit blocked with obviously Moiser and Nico, and it worked out pretty good for him like that year. The couple of years they had were pretty good. So but even my decision, it's probably the best decision I've ever made.
How's Jett going?
Yeah, he's going good. He's a good little fella too, which makes it better.
Is he quiet?
No, not too much. He's not like real loud, but he's not quiet. He's easy to have a convo with. He's not one of the boys who just walks around and doesn't talk. No, he's pretty good. He gets along with all the boys.
Man, it trips me out seeing how grown up he is.
Yeah, you would have seen him. Yeah.
I feel so old. My first context, my debut year, Nathan was the ball boy.
Yeah,
Just to think about how young Jett would have been.
Yeah.
And now seeing him on the field like that, it just I just can't look at it. I can't. Could you see in the halves with you in the years to come?
No, he's gone really good. He played flag this year, and then he got a chance to go play cup, and he went really good. So I'm not too sure. I can't.
Of course.
Obviously, we got Chanel there who played
Tanner
really good this year. T as well played really good. I'm not too sure sort of what's gonna what will happen in the future. Yeah, but I feel like the future is bright, which is good. It's gives Webby some headaches in the future, which is a good thing.
Good thing for everyone, brother. Truth or Sauce. This is the funnest part of the segment. The fans, there's been a lot of fans that wanted to ask this question, mate. So I'm gonna throw it to you. Is it true you're really picky with food? So I heard when you were in Vegas, there was a moment where you were a bit paranoid, and you guys were training at the gym, and the lady there was making smoothies and whatnot. But did you decide to wait until every single one of your teammates had the protein shake before you did? Is this true?
Yeah, that's true. Is that from Wade Egan?
Did you think it was laced with something?
No. So I'm a bit of a weirdo. With some things, I've got some crazy traits. Even my partner the other day, I was like, "Well, you married me. You knew this going in. We've been dating for ages, and you knew I was crazy. So you've married me now." Yeah, that was true. Yeah, we were in there and they were making the shakes and that, and my mind goes to, how do we know that they're protein?
Yes,
you know what I mean? Yeah,
the lace with.
Yeah. And then obviously we were using our own stuff. The guy was like, "Mate, we're using our own stuff. It's fine. We're using our protein. Everything's good." And I was like, "Yeah." And then got them, and they smell awesome. I was like, "I want to have this so bad." And I waited until I see the whole squad start drinking it, and I was like, "All right, I'll drink it now. I feel comfortable."
I feel if I get done, we're all getting done.
I feel comfortable. Yeah, but that's where my mind goes to. I think some weird stuff.
What else with food? Chinese? Eating Chinese?
I actually had Chinese the other day. Camden RSL. Shout out to Camden RSL. I actually love Chinese. Yeah. But no, just bit of OCD.
You said other stuff. What else are you weird about?
Where do we start? Taking a certain amount of steps before a line.
Really?
Turning things off and not like my alarms. You should see me try and set an alarm to go to bed You've seen my alarms.
I saw your
Yeah,
alarm.
you saw
Can we get that? Can we actually?
do you want me to grab it?
Yeah, please grab it. Can we call your wife and ask? Will she answer right now?
Yeah, she would answer.
Yeah, let's call her. Let's give her a call.
Right.
Let's call her right now.
And so wait, and do you want to ask her what my weirdest thing is,
Yeah.
or about my alarms? Do you want to ask her about my alarms?
No, let's ask her what's the weirdest superstition that Luke has.
All right. Can we put it up here?
Yeah.
Hopefully she answers.
Hello.
Hi, you're just on speaker.
Hey, Brody, it's Josh. How's it going?
Hey, good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm putting you on the spot here, but we just found out that Luke has a lot of weird superstitions, and I thought you'd be the perfect person to ask. Can you give us one weird superstition that tops them all?
Well, this one's going back to when he was it Origin 16s, Luke?
I can't. I don't know what you're gonna say. Nah, I don't know.
When you would refuse to put your shoes on before you got on the bus, so you walked out like in your suit barefoot.
Yeah.
With no shoes on.
Yeah.
Sorry,
I do remember
I'm probably
that.
passed out because I'm walking up a hill right now.
That's right. Have you got anything from me, like even outside of footy, like just a weird thing that I do?
Like your OCD,
Yeah.
or are we talking?
Yeah,
OCD.
yeah,
That's where we're
OCD.
going. That's where we're going.
There was the time when I was hungover at your house and I wanted a drink of water, and I asked you to get me one, and you got me a bowl of water because you thought the cups were all dirty.
We could be.
out of a bowl like a dog.
I thought all the cups were dirty, and I was like, I'm not getting if I wouldn't drink.
Is he a clean freak as well?
Hey?
Is he a clean freak?
Oh, not around the house. He doesn't know cleaning, but like he'll make sure everything like dishes wise is clean.
Yeah, it'll take me ages to wash the dishes. Like you should see me like a little like going like that with a
We could be here all day. I appreciate that. That is absolute gold. You have a beautiful day.
Right.
Thank you guys. Enjoy.
Right, I'll talk to you soon. Love you.
Love you. Bye.
Oh my God, that's made my day.
Oh, she could have said so much worse.
She looked after you. She knew you were alive. She knew. Oh my God. I don't know how to ask this next one.
She would love if Pedro was here too. She loves Kyle and Jackie.
Does she?
Yeah.
Oh, beautiful. We'll get Pedro. We'll give her a call after. Say good day. Oh, okay, question 2. This is an easy one. What has been the funniest moment from the locker room this season?
Oh, there's been a couple good things. I'm trying to think of a semi-PG one that you could sort.
For me,
yeah.
we used to, do you have like a punishment kind of?
No, so we don't have anything like that, like a dice or nothing like that. No, we don't have anything.
Oh, I used to live and breathe for the dice. So
Yeah,
I
yeah.
bought the dice in Penrith, and they still do it to this day. And we obviously come up with all these punishments. My favorite punishment was the nude gauntlet. That's what I used to call
Oh,
it.
okay, yeah.
So if you rolled, I think it was a 1
Yeah.
nude gauntlet, everyone in the theatre would go
Just go,
crazy
yeah,
for it, and would
yeah.
all go to the locker room straight away. Everyone would like little kids, right?
Yeah.
We'll go in, we'll line up,
Yeah.
right? Everyone will get like their paddles, could be thongs, could be the like the Polynesian boys will get their size 14 flip flops, and I'll get my stretch band, whatever it is, right? You have to run nude through the locker room, touch the wall, and all the way back.
Oh.
Mate, it got that bad.
Yeah.
Like people were getting welts.
Oh.
Like they just finished a footy game.
Yeah.
It was so bad. Like you just have to cover up
Yeah.
your privates and just close your eyes and just run
Yeah.
and cop it. Some blokes used to get shoulder charged.
Oh,
mate, it was a
could've-
fucking mess. Bloke who on the floor. Everybody,
Yeah.
and you don't want to get on the floor. You get on the floor, it's all over.
It's done, yeah.
But that's probably one of my favourite locker room memories.
Yeah. Oh, the dice. I'd say I'd love a dice. I'd love to get a dice and just have some sort of. But no, but I'm trying to think. Like I can't even think of one moment. I know that's shit, and I can't think of
Capes
anything,
is a
but-
prankster.
Yeah,
Surely
Cape-
Capes would have came
yeah,
with something.
yeah.
Bunty, Mitch. Who else would there be? A bit of a prankster.
But Freddie Lussick is actually pretty like a decent prankster. Oh, so here's a good one. That so a couple of the younger boys. This isn't locker room, but this is so Freddie Lussick lives so like Tennis Stale Smith, Sam Healy, think maybe Jett now, maybe but there was like probably missing someone. But there's like 4 of them all live in a house together, and Freddie lives like around the corner with his missus, and he used to drive past every morning like 6:30, just beep his horn for like 2 weeks straight. Just kept beeping his horn, and they were like, they're like, oh, we got to do something to get him back. And he Freddie was a bit scared, so he started parking his car like not out the front of his house, around the corner, because it says Freddie Lussick on his car, and he's got the sponsor car.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So and then they knew his car, so then they got like baking soda, like just a flour. They just got heaps of stuff and eggs and that, and just like pegged his car and like messed his car up and thrashed his car because he kept going past and beeping. So and that was like right at the end of the season. So no, it hasn't finished yet. So I'm actually curious to see what happens when we get back to because that was like probably 2 weeks before the grand final, before the cup grand final. So it hasn't finished yet. So I'm curious to see. Because Freddie needs revenge. He needs revenge in his eyes. So yeah, I could imagine he's
he a vengeful
something.
person?
Yeah, he likes to just play silly little pranks, but he
Is he the type of person he has to get one up on you? If
feel
he's
like
not one up, he won't stop.
I feel like he will be like that. Yeah, so I'm curious to see what happens.
Keep us updated.
Yeah,
I'm very curious as well.
Yeah, no, something good will happen. I don't know what, but something good will happen.
Mate, the table's yours now. Do you have anything you want to ask me?
All right, so.
Oh, you got one?
Yeah. You obviously left Penrith like just as they were starting the dynasty. Are you obviously I would say you're happy for them, but is there like a little part of you that goes, fuck, like I wish I just could have stayed there for like a year longer or 2 years longer?
What do you think?
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah, man, of course. Like it's like the running joke. Like, far out. But like I like to look at it like, what's the saying again? I ran so they can walk.
Yeah,
that's
yeah. I know you walk so they can run.
you guys get what I'm fucking talking about. But yeah, like
even now though, or not really, not
now anymore. Not anymore. Like I more look at it as like I'm happy for him, like more than anything. That trumps the way that stinging feeling of me not being part of that, but. Man, like I've got mates there for life.
Yeah,
that's the reality.
You played with all those boys, and
and like just the bond that we had. Like it's just, particularly the last couple of years. So the 19 was a tough year. 20 was a great year.
Yeah.
Besides the ending result, we didn't get to lift the premiership, but just the connection. Again, go back to the word connection.
Yeah, it's massive. You don't realize how like actually important it is. It sort of sounds cliche. Oh yeah. Every team's close, every team's connected. But when you're in some teams, they're not as connected as others. Like that's we're lucky because we get to travel every second week. So we're like playing mafia, mafia. So we go team dinner so we did it once, and like when we were in Brisbane and we played good. So we're like, all right, every away trip we're going to dinner. So the rest of the season we went to dinner and full team mafia. So like I love being the narrator. So
I could see that.
Yeah, so I love. So it'll be even some of the boys like, oh no, I don't want to play mafia, but like, no, everyone we haven't lost, so everyone's playing mafia. Like hand out the cards, and some of the boys have no idea what's going on, but I love just being the narrator. Like, and just it's so good when you get like some boys who are like, there's a couple people left, and like the Godfather's still left, but he's lying, saying, "No, it's not me." Like it's so good. I love it. But that connection though, it's massive.
Massive.
Little things like that, and that's like a small, might be 1% of the rest of the stuff, but it's like it actually pays off, and then you go out and get a mad win, then you go back to the hotel. It's like the best thing ever.
So like I'm confident now. Obviously, been retired for 2 years now, and I didn't play for Penrith since 2020. I still am confident to send a message and I'll get a reply, and like it still feels like we've been speaking. Back, yesterday. I spoke to him yesterday. But doesn't really sting me anymore, to be honest.
And as well, you were in the grand. You played them.
That's what stings, because from the moment, and I feel like we're very similar in that way. Like you're a very, very loyal teammate. Like I feel like where you start, you want to kind of finish. Obviously things change in the future, but like I had a very emotional attachment, because when I went to Penrith, I left South. They didn't really believe in me as much as I believed in myself, and I just was screaming for someone to just give me an opportunity, believe in me. And when Gus recruited me to Penrith, it was like a new era for myself in my career, and also as the club, because they just recruited Ivan. He was new face, the new coach. It was just a new environment. And I just always wanted to repay that. Like he believed in me so much, I want to repay that with the premiership. And I knew like I was so close, and the desire was even greater.
Yeah, when you
Because like I was like, man, I remember like in the off season, like I was still training hard.
yeah,
I was still like keeping in touch with the boys, and I remember day one of preseason. I've never, in all the teams I've been a part of, have seen a fitter and more prepared team day one of preseason.
Yeah.
Normally you have boys coming in a bit sloppy, you know, unfit.
So wait, was this after 2020?
Yeah.
So you started preseason?
I was still
with
there,
Penrith?
2021. I was there for the first week. So we did our yo-yos, did our like 4-minute runs, all this kind of tests, and everyone was humming. I got my best yo-yo score.
Yeah. So you could tell boys were just, after that loss, it was just like, we're getting back there.
No, like there was no, we're not going to get ahead of ourselves. Like the job's not done.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's pretty obvious. Like look at the run they've had.
Yeah, yeah. It was almost like that. If they don't lose that game, do they have the hunger to go again? Oh, they probably do, but you just, you know.
They probably do. They probably do, but like how much longer?
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know. It's a hard. You can't answer. It's hindsight, right?
They probably wouldn't change it in a way. They're like, because that set them up for those next 4 years.
Correct.
Yeah.
So, Well, I knew you were going to ask something like that. Eh?
That's probably what everyone asks. Isn't
Oh
it?
yeah, badly. Yeah. It's like a common question, but that's all right. What you said you're a sports lover. Do you watch NFL as well?
Yeah, yeah.
I love NFL.
Yeah.
I'm frothing over it at the moment.
So you're Dolphins?
Dolphins.
We're both in the same boat at the moment. I'm a Browns fan.
Well, you beat us. That's how bad we are.
Yeah, yeah, true. Yeah, last week, we were on fire, weren't we?
Oh my god. Who's your quarterback?
We've got, so right now it's Dylan Gabriel. So Joe Flacco started, got traded to Bengals
now.
And in the same division, and goes and throws for 3 touchdowns and beats the Steelers. It's like, all right.
I picked him up for my fantasy.
Yeah. So that's I got Lamar. He's been out for the last couple of weeks.
Last year.
Yeah. He's so Dak's been having Dak Prescott for the last few weeks, but
he's killing it.
Yeah, he's going all right, old Dak. But yeah, I'm a Browns man.
I forgot to ask you as well. You know how you were talking about like teammates and like being connected with them and actually having a genuine friendship with them.
Yeah.
I watched something on Scottie Pippen and Michael Jordan and all that.
Yeah.
You know, the Bulls days.
Yeah.
Naturally, you think Jordan and Pippen were like best mates, right? Because of the success they
but
had.
they're actually
But they weren't even close.
Yeah.
Never went to dinner together. Never met up outside of training.
Yeah.
And it's just that was a kind of perfect example. Like just because you're a teammate with someone doesn't necessarily mean you're close
Your
with
best
them.
mate, Kobe and Shaq. They didn't even talk. They didn't. Yeah.
Isn't that wild?
Yeah. It's crazy to think that you can sort of. I feel like because it's like a 5-man game. It's almost like they can sort of
get closer.
You'd think like because it's a 14-man squad maybe. So you'd think that and they're on the road. So like you'd think that would be closer. But it's odd that you sort of get that. But then they still have the success, so they probably don't even care.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Since you're a sports lover, let's finish on this. Premier League, English Premier League. Who wins it?
Ooh, all right. I'm gonna say if they keep going the way it's scaring me. They're not scoring goals from open play, but they keep scoring off set pieces. So I'm gonna say Arsenal. It's theirs to lose. So Arsenal.
NFL.
NFL. Ooh. I'm gonna say. I don't want to be boring and say the same. See, at the start of the season, I was thinking the Bucks, but they've had a couple injuries, and I don't want to be boring and say Tampa Bay.
Oh, Tampa Bay. Yeah.
Last year
when
they
you
went
said Bucks,
pretty good.
the first thing I thought was Milwaukee Bucks.
I'm gonna say so. I'd go NFC. I would say Eagles, Lions, NFC Championship, and then I reckon it might be the Lions year. It's hard to come, and then AFC, you have to go Chiefs.
Yeah.
Like until someone like Colts are 7-1, but until someone proves that they can beat them in a big game.
Surely Bills win it, bro. Bills win it if there's no Mahomes.
They're probably in 3 Super Bowls if there's no Pat Mahomes.
Easy.
But it's just like, well, Joe Burrow is the only one really to have beat them, like in a playoff game to then go to the Super Bowl. So Rams are even going good.
Oh yeah.
NFC is good. NFC is good. AFC is just no. Until someone shows you they can beat the Chiefs in a big game, I'm just gonna say Chiefs. Yeah.
Love that.
I'll go Chiefs to win it again.
You're a Chiefs?
Yeah. Taylor Swift, Kelsey, the whole thing. Rashee Rice back.
Got him in my fantasy.
Yeah. I was going to try and trade from him the
Everyone's
other week.
trying to trade with me. Everyone. I'm like,
Rocco Berry had him.
I'm onto something here. Do I just stick? Like, if everyone's trying to get him, I think I should keep him.
Yeah. Rocco Berry had him, and he was like, I was thinking about trading him, and I was like, I should have just done it. But my team was going. I was 3-0. My team was going good, and I was like, I'm not changing anything. Yeah, should have done it, but. Yeah.
Easy, brother. Thanks so much for coming on the show, man. This has been a joy. Best of luck for next year. I'm rooting for you, and all the best to your Waz boys, brother.
Sweet. Thanks, bro. Thanks for having me on.
My guy.
Legend.
Oh!
That's 2 good ones.
Oh,